The ultimate metaphorical struggle between two of the most intriguing characters within Dragon Ball Z. Yes, Gogeta and Vegito. The fusions, one and the same. They refer to themselves as a we and they, as they are commonly known as a separate entity conceptualized from the very being of Goku and Vegeta's own personality, which naturally means they would inherit some interesting characteristics, making them somewhat special and influential within the series. Overall, if I were to simplify the meaning of fusion, it would be to dominate the antagonist using pure and unadulterated force, due to the combining and multiplying of power that is received by Goku and Vegeta respectively. This is why whenever I imagine or perceive the conventional fusion, I instantly generalize it as the ultimate symbol of determination and power. But we have a conundrum, a massive problem. The Potara and Danced fusions each contain different ways of expressing, interpreting, and manifesting the beliefs of Goku and Vegeta. So, which is better? Well, glad I could help, because in this video I'll give my personal preference as to who is the better between these two Goliaths. Gogeta, the quiet, reserved, but efficient assassin, not afraid to get his hands dirty, straight to the point. He is cold, rational, and calculated. The type of character that does not integrate a shred of mercy or morality within themselves. I guess that's just not an important factor for Gogeta's overall character. Gogeta, if I were to say the traits he inherited, it would definitely be Goku's seriousness and Vegeta's collected disposition. I personally think this fusion epitomizes the unrevealed truth of Vegeta and Goku. The people who, even though they may seem like trustworthy individuals, will do mainly anything for the greater good. Just, Goku is immensely better at sheathing the side than Vegeta. Gogeta is also a very meticulously driven character, acting with a perfectionist approach to fighting, making sure his attacks are as efficient as possible to not lend any time over to the aggressor. Although we've established Gogeta's main demeanor to be ruthless, he still retains some humanity, which Goku possesses, making him proud of doing good for others, which instills this more self-aware side, providing him with more layers than if he were to just express that one conventionally evil side of himself. You can see that during the fight with Broly, Gogeta really enjoyed the competition thoroughly. He is just a character that does not understand the concept or value of holding back, as we mentioned previously. He does not have a very directional sense of morality. To him, it's really essentialist, black and white. But despite this, Gogeta will always portray himself as a contemplator, and although we barely get to see much of a display, he makes a great use of the time he has on screen, which is why I ultimately think he is underrated in contrast to Vegito. Simply put, Gogeta will never act without reason or logic, due to his ability to comprehend the situation, despite having immense power. It is this humility and self-awareness that makes his character a trademark fusion, in terms of its potential for development, and is why he has obtained so much respect for so little. But in all honesty, Gogeta has a way more appealing design in comparison to Vegito, with more to his character. The design gives him more intimidation than before. Gogeta just has this aura, which cannot be described. It really transcends the world because it matches him so well to the point where it just does justice to itself. Not to mention, Gogeta's attacks being insanely cool to revel at. Starbreaker, Meteor Explosion, Stardust Fall, and the list goes on. But this is not just a comparison on aesthetics to make this fair for Vegito. So let's discuss Vegito, the egotistical, masochistic, and enthusiastic fusion counterpart. Vegito, unlike Gogeta, loves to compare himself. It's only natural considering the power he possesses at his very fingertips. If you look at the separate sides of Vegito, he retains most of the lightheartedness of Goku and insecurities of Vegeta, which is his ego. I definitely prefer this personality to Gogeta, as the show just really fleshes out Vegito's character and gives it life. In every scene, he just expresses and creates new ways to portray himself and who he truly is. Vegito does not worry about what he can't do, but tries to understand what he is capable of doing. This power complex makes his character exceptionally funny, due to the situations he is not being taken seriously for the most part. Which is why I find Vegito a more inspiring character. He possesses more relatability, and despite his disposition towards letting his opponent attack first, he learns when to turn it up. During his fight against Buu, he really shows what he is intrinsically as a character. Someone with a sense of justice, humor, and willing to extend the experience of enjoyment during battle. He's what a fusion should act like. I mean, Vegito, even though he's the longer fusion, actually makes the time he is alive meaningful, despite not actually doing what he's born for or supposed to do. I like this rebellious, free-caring nature to his character. Instead of doing what he knows is right or wrong, he breaks those boundaries and gives himself meaning to his actions. Still acting within reason and not instinctively, Vegito knows how to make the atmosphere and creates more anticipation than Gogeta. However, in terms of versatility and aesthetics, I'd personally have to go with Gogeta. Although he does not possess the Spirit Sword and Big Bang Kamehameha, he just looks kind of plain in comparison. Don't get me wrong though, he fought Majin Buu as a piece of candy, representing his aptitude for attacks, but still honestly lacks in contrast. So, after all of that, I have made my decision, and I think Vegito is the better fusion. It really comes down to who you are and the traits you prioritize. If you are more into the rational and more aesthetic character, then I can understand choosing Gogeta. But I definitely prefer some personality and fourth wall character awareness. I mean, personally, Vegito just simply is the better parts of Goku and Vegeta manifested. And this is why Vegito versus Gogeta isn't close. If you really liked the video and want to see more, don't hesitate to leave a like, subscribe, comment, and as always, peace!